Hello and welcome to a very, very special edition of Cracking the Cryptic for me. I am joined by none other than Kurt Hugo Schneider. This is the first time actually I've met Kurt, although we've been in correspondence for a few years now. And frankly, Kurt is so much better known than we are. Kurt has a YouTube channel with, I think, 13.5 million subscribers, something like that. Your biggest videos, well, I know you've had at least one video that's had over 200 million views.
I think so.
And I mean, I'm completely fanboy here. Let me just tell you, I think the first time I watched a video of yours, Kurt, it was called something like "I'm going to learn to speak Thai in a week." And I was like, how can anyone do that? And so I clicked on it, and then of course you did, because those of you who don't know about Kurt is a bit of a polymath. You're a phenomenal chess player as well, aren't you? As well as like you're sort of Renaissance man. You're good at everything.
You're honoring me way too much. First of all, I'm fanboying, but thank you so much for having me and for all the kind words.
I tell you what, no, this is going to be a great thrill for me. I've watched you play chess against Hikaru, and I read on Wikipedia you've played against Magnus as well, haven't you?
I did. It was in a simul, so he was like playing, 20 people or something, right. And I was one of the 20 who got the honor of losing to Magnus. So it was a ton of fun.
Oh, I bet it was. God. Well, I know you've been watching the channel, I want to say, since about 2020. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think it was during COVID that I got into Sudoku. I mean, I knew like of Sudoku just being in the newspaper, but I never like did Sudoku before then. And yeah, I think that's when I found you guys. And there's maybe like 1 or 2 years where I was like, I probably just did your whatever puzzle you posted on the video. I probably did that every day. But yeah, I've fallen a little off the Sudoku wagon, but I still love puzzles. So basically any puzzle I'll be into. You like want to play a game or puzzle with me? I'm so there.
Well, that's what we're going to try and do today. We're going to attempt a puzzle that Mark has chosen for us called Decapitated by Black Doom.
All right.
And I can tell you, well, I should actually just to give some context to those watching. Kurt is a phenomenally good Sudoku solver, and I say that because our monthly rewards, we see the order that people finish in, and quite often your name is the first name. You are the first person to send in correct solutions, which means you've solved an incredible number of puzzles very quickly. And I don't think you need to be honest about that. I mean, we do have a number of sort of world-ranked Sudoku solvers who follow the channel, and you're beating many of them, which is like you've got some props.
Well, thanks. Anything with numbers or puzzles, I love, and I enjoy a nice challenge. The puzzle hunts are a lot of fun.
Brilliant. Well, let's have a look at this Black Doom puzzle. It's a chaos construction. Now, and would you do me the honor of reading the rules? Can you see them?
You got it. Yeah, I can see the rules. Let's see. Chaos construction. Divide the grid into regions, each consisting of 9 orthogonally connected cells. Each row, column, and region contains the digits 1 to 9 once each. So that's like normal-ish Sudoku rules, I will say, other than the fact that you're making the regions yourself.
Yeah.
And arrows, digits along an arrow must sum to the number in the attached circle, which is kind of normal arrow rules. Additionally, we got another. Additionally, each arrow must be contained within one region, and the circle cannot belong to the same region as its arrow. Got it. So all the digits on the arrow part, the part that's summing, those are all in one region, region A. and then the circle has got to be in another region, region B. The number in the circle shows how many region cells it sees in its row and column, including the cell with the circle itself, until it reaches the border of the region. Okay, cool. That's very clear to me. I don't know if if want to give an example of the border, how that would work. But
let me just try and do that. So what it's saying is, if we put 4 in there, it's like a cave clue, isn't it? So it's including itself. So
yeah,
something like that is, I think, what we're saying.
That looks good.
And then the arrows just work. The arrows are in the same region, but they just work normally, if I understand it correctly. They are all the rules. Do have a go. 5-star rated puzzle. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play, and Kurt gets to play. We get to play. Let's get cracking.
All right. Well, there's definitely some things that I am seeing already. I mean, so just in general, before we dive into it, like normally when you tackle a puzzle, you probably want to either look for repeated shapes or just things that are very restricted. And we don't really have too many repeated shapes going on here, but I'm looking at that upper left-hand corner because that feels like it's going to be very restricted, knowing that the 3 digits on the arrow are in one region and the circle is in another, and it has to be large. So it has to be 6, 7, or 8. And because it can't be 9 because that circle can't now see 9 cells anymore.
Yeah, so that's and this, I suppose, is blue or right. Oh, actually, can I just for the sake of my OCD, can I do this?
Sure.
Otherwise, yeah, that makes me feel better. So, okay.
No worries. So now something about that arrow, because it's all in one region and it doesn't sum to 9, it has to have a 1 on it. And I'm now wondering how this interacts with the upper right, because if this blue region extended, then yeah, I think that is going to be a problem.
This might be.
Yeah. So this would be a problem. So actually, the 2-1. When I say 2-1, I mean row 2, column 1, just for clarity.
Ah, agree. So, that row 2, that one.
Sorry. 1, 2. Oh, apologies. 1, 2. So 1, 2 has to be a 6. Mm-hmm. And because if it weren't, then the cell in 1, 8 would be blue, and it would have to be different from the cell in 1, 2. Yeah. So it would have to extend down. But by the rules of the puzzle, if it blue extended down, then it would need to also go on that arrow. Yeah, and now it's too big. So
yeah, blue's region now, even if this is 7, there's no way. It's just too many cells that aren't orthogonally connected.
Definitely, we've placed 9 cells in blue, and we've been a little naughty on our orthogonal connections. So.
This is great.
All right,
I could just do this, and you'll fill in the puzzle. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So this is 6.
So that's 6, and now that's okay. That's looking nice because now 1, 8 has to be a different color.
Okay, is orange okay? Should we do orange?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
These two have to be different again, don't they?
Yep. And now orange has to escape.
Yeah.
And
so that one's got to be in the same.
That one's definitely got to be in the same. And now purple has to escape.
Purple, yeah, that's nice.
And
that has to be 2 or 3.
So it has to be a 3. Okay. Because it sees 2 cells that see each other. Or like the arrow has 2 cells that see each other.
Yes. So these have to be different. So the minimum they can sum to is 3. So it's 3. The corner's 3. Black Doom is being curted.
So now the 3 is going to go. There has to be a 3 in 2-1 or 2-2.
Yes.
And that's a 1, 2, 3 triple.
Lovely. So this is at least 4.
That is at least 4. And okay, so this is now.
This can't be blue, can it? Or can it? Actually, hang on. No, it can't.
Nope, it can't be blue. So that's not blue. That's a different color.
Ooh, these are the decisions that we have to.
Could it technically be?
I don't think it can be purple because purple would have to ring. Oh, actually, maybe no.
No, it can't be purple because purple would loop off.
Even if we keep purple really efficient.
Yeah, purple would loop off orange.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it can't be green. I mean, because if it were green, it would have to like go all in row 3, basically.
I think it would be 2. It would.
Yeah, so that doesn't actually work because then you can't put a 3 into blue, so it can't be green.
Lovely. That's very nicely seen. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a new color, and actually, wait. Let's continue that thought. How do you get a 3 into blue? How do you get a 3 into blue?
It's going to have to be at least here, isn't it?
It is, but there's also, there's something weird going on. Okay, wait.
How do you get that one into blue as well?
Yeah. So let's mark 2, 9. So 2, 9, and 1, 1 are the same. Are the same cell.
2, 9, and is that this one?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So,
yeah, so 2, 9, and 1, 1, whatever that digit is, and 3, both have to get into blue, and they can't go in row 2. So, like, you need 2 cells of blue that are outside of row 2. So, actually, blue is forced to come down column 9. Oh, sorry, column 3. What did I just say? Column 9? To make 9 cells, you have to come down column 3.
Is that definitely right? You can't put them here.
Well, how do they? I
tell you why you can't actually. I think.
Yeah. So if you put them both there,
doesn't this get too big? That might be wrong. That's just my feeling because then I'd have 1, 2, 3 triple here as well.
You'd have to have 4, 5 on that, and actually,
how could that be 9?
Yeah. Okay. So there's a really interesting. So maybe actually there's a point to talk about on irregular Sudokus. So it almost looks like. So it's. So blue does have to come down column 3.
Yeah.
But it seems like at first glance you might be able to put blue into 2, 4, 3, 4, and 3, 5. Yeah, just the way you've done it. And then red could like technically see 9 cells if it sees 1 to the left in the entire column. But there's actually a problem with doing that. So this construction that you have right now, it forces red to be 9 because those orange cells have to be 4, 5.
Yeah.
And so the red would have to entirely cut off column 6.
Yeah.
And
this is very clever. I mean, I'm very impressed by how quickly you've seen what I've now. You've seen the count is wrong.
Totally. So this is something which I mean, actually, if someone doesn't, if you're watching this and you don't see it, maybe just take a moment and look at why this is not possible because it's actually kind of cute. On irregular Sudokus, there always needs to be this balance between like the innies and the outies. So like whenever you cut the grid in some way, the like ins and outs, like what's inside the cut and outside the cut, the cells have to balance. So if you cut this grid along the divider between column 6 and column 7, there is like in my head, I kind of think of it as blue. There's one blue that's in the cut. So there has to be one of some region that's out of the cut. The total cells out of the cut have to be 1.
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
And you can't do that.
Yeah. So I'm going to now unwind all of this and hopefully hopefully I haven't over or left any anachronisms. Hang on. So we know that's at least 5. That's still true. So blue does have to come here, doesn't it?
It does, and it now has.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're gonna like have a 1, 2, 3 in 3, 3.
Yes, that's true. 1, 2, 3 there. Do we still have the same problem actually? If this is.
Yeah. Ooh. So if it goes over, then you're gonna need a 4, 5, and now. Oh yeah. Well then that has to sum to more than 9. So that's an issue. So blue has to keep coming down.
Yeah. So it just if you're not seeing it, it's a similar point. If this bends, again, neither of these squares can be less than 4. So it's 4, 5, 9, and well, let me just mull that for a second.
Well, the reason, another way to see it, is that if blue it went over. So if it was a 1, 2, 3, if 3, 2 was 1, 2, 3, then that's 4, 5.
Yeah, this is also 4, 5, and we get 2 9s in a region. So all of which is a way of saying this must come here, and this is also 1, 2, 3. One of these is a 3, isn't it?
Definitely, it's one of those is a 3, and the other one is going to be the cell in 2, 9.
One, yeah.
So.
Let's put that in like that, and that's finished. The blue.
Yep, the blue region is done.
Actually, that might be incorrect. So
I'm wondering.
It's still true that this is at least a 4, isn't it? So this is. So this comes down a bit now.
Definitely, yeah. That has to come down. Oh, okay, got it. So that has to be in the same region as the other circle.
And then this can't be. This is something different. Oh, I'm not sure I like the color. I might go yellow there.
All right. Okay. So.
Okay.
I think.
Orange has to come down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And now, wow.
Wondering if you're going to need to.
Do you need a low digit on here, or?
Yeah, I'm wondering if that can possibly be 4 or 5, or if that's going to lead us to a contradiction. Because if that's 4 or 5, I mean, the reason I'm thinking that is because if that's not 4 or 5, I mean, one of these red cells is a 9. Let's go with that. So red has to come down like quite a bit. Because either the yellow is going to be a 4 or 5, or it contains a number from 1, 2, 3, and then orange is going to be 4 or 5.
Yes, that's a nice way of looking at it. Yeah, that's very nice.
So.
And we can't chop off yellow, can we? So. I
can't
feel
cut
like it's
yellow.
Much harder for this to be.
So, red. Yeah, this is the same thing that we saw before. Okay, so
it's got to come down to here, doesn't it?
Yeah,
and then this has to poke. There's a line here, I want to say, because there's got to be one outie.
You got it. You nailed it. It's the innies and outies again. So actually, we know which one is the 9. 2, 6 has to be a 9.
Yeah. There's. Solving with you is it's a real boon. Good grief. So yeah, this because we can't come down to the bottom of the grid and take this square without the count being wrong for the final 3 columns.
Yeah.
We have to only have a stretch of 7 here, because one of these will be a 9, because wherever we put the 1s, 2s and 3s in these rows, we're going to run out. We force one of these to be a 9. Now, if this was 9, we're going to cut off yellow. It could only be 4 cells big. So this has to be 9.
Yeah, that's all correct. And now, additionally, yellow has to contain a small digit. So we actually know what this 9 sum is.
Yellow has to contain a small digit. Yes, that's true. So this is 4, 5, isn't it, in some order? Do we know the order?
Not that I can see. And
so 1, 2, or
red,
3 on there.
Red is going to be a 7. Or sorry, 4, 6 is going to be a 7.
Yeah, sorry, because I need to put the other red in here. And then this is 7. And we have, oops. We have this situation.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it might be helpful just to color in 9, 6.
This one. Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because can
this must be green, mustn't it?
Yeah, so I was wondering if purple could reach the lower right-hand corner, but actually purple can't reach the lower right-hand corner because it would need to be on that arrow. Yeah, it would break the arrow thing.
Yeah, it's probably a useful thing just to do that. Actually, I should do that there as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Because now there's no way this could be orange or purple.
Yeah, so green's the only region that can reach the lower right.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that must be purple. If that's orange, actually no, maybe that's wrong. Oh no, it can't be orange. Orange has already had 6. There's no way that can be orange.
It can't be orange.
So it's purple, and then the column must be purple.
Yes, nicely spotted. I'm wondering if 7, 7 could be orange, because if 7, 7 is orange, then it would have to be 6, and orange would be forced to come down. Oh,
I see. Because it's one of those funny clues, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, hang on. What's this then?
Yeah. So, I mean, so it can't be an 8. It's 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Because the reason it can't be 8 is because if it went over, it would
too small. Yeah.
Exactly. So, okay. Do we actually know what that is? So, what can 7, 7 be?
That's this one here. In
Yeah.
terms of.
Well, I mean, because it can't be more than 6. Right? I mean, it can't see more than 6 cells of whatever region it's in.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Also, just another random thing. I mean, this isn't going to get us a digit just yet, but how do you put a 7 into row 2? It's a little restricted. So.
Yes, that's interesting, isn't it?
And just to go also, just to always keep in mind the innies and the outies. If you cut the cell, just imagine however you cut the grid, because sometimes different cuts can be interesting. Cutting along the divider between row 1 and row 2, you have kind of 3 cells that are sort of in the cut. You have 1, 1, 1, 8, and 1, 9. And those have to balance with the cells that are out of the cut, which is...
Sorry, Kurt. Where are we cutting?
Yeah, so if you cut at row 1 and row 2,
yeah,
just then imagine cutting along that line.
Yeah.
Then there's sort of 3 cells that are in the cut and 3 cells that are out. So the 3 cells that are in are going to be 1, 1, 1, 8, and 1, 9. And those have to kind of balance with the cells that are out in column 3. So, we know that 3...
Yeah, this corner digit is under pressure. What is
exactly?
This? Is it? It's 7, 8, 9, isn't it? It's not 9, 7 or 8.
Yeah, exactly, because you always got that balance in the cuts. And another cut that might be interesting at some point is if you cut along columns 5 and 6, because then you're going to get the innies are going to be if you just think about column 6, just really quick, column 6, the two non-red cells in column 6 have to be the red cells in row 2. Because how do those cells
these
get in?
two. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
B is in one of those squares.
yeah, totally. And I mean, if you did put a 6 for, 6 is a little restricted in row 2. So if you did put a 6 into those two cells you have highlighted, then 6 would have to go down to
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's impossible, isn't it? Because aren't we saying this digit and this digit are the same?
Ah, nicely spotted. Nicely spotted. Great. So now actually
So 6
we can
has
place
to go here.
we can place a 6.
Yeah.
So that's very nice. And now that we did that, remember what we were saying about 7s.
This has got to be the 7. That's got to be the 7.
So
this has got to be a 6, and we can carve up here. Gosh.
And that 6 is actually doing work on that cell. So actually we know what color that cell is.
This cell here.
Yeah.
Yes, because now it has to be green. You're right. Lovely.
Yep. And now
it's got to be green. And ooh.
So, I mean, 3, 4, 5 is small. So
it might have effect on this as well, mightn't it? If it is.
Yeah, I mean
4, 5, 8 into these squares.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 is in.
8's in one of those guys. And I mean, we don't have to mark this, but you can if you want. But 7, 6 and 8, 6 have to be from 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, it's 6, 7, and 6, 8 have to be from 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, normally I'm just like doing it. I don't have to like say it out loud. So
hang on, say that again. 6, 7. Is that one or 6? No, 6, 7.
Sorry, 7, 6.
Oh, this one.
7, 6. Sorry, 7, 6, and 8, 6.
Yeah.
Apologies. I'm sure I'm saying like so many things wrong. I'm just like, because normally I'm just like going through and like solving the thing and like.
No, that's great. So
don't have to like. Yeah. In any case.
Okay.
All right. So the 1, 2 and 3, 8 is going to be like an outie at some point. So it has.
So, yes, it's got to go down here somewhere, hasn't it?
Yeah. And
I mean, actually, we've done quite well in orange as well. What do we need? 1, 2, 8, 9 there.
Yes. Yes. And you know, if we do end up putting a 4, 5 down in 9, 6, that's going to be all the 4, 5s in green. So we would force
3, 1, 2. Yeah,
that would force a 3. And actually, is that wait? Aha!
Yeah, that's lovely. Double orange is well. This can't be orange, can it?
Can that be a 3? How could green have 9 cells in its region if that's a 3?
Impossible. Lovely. So this is 8. Because
exactly.
what Kurt's seeing is that this 6 arrow has either 1, 5 or 2, 4 on it. So there is a 4 or a 5 on it. So that's sort of a virtual 4, 5 pair, making this 8. Making that 8 by innies and outies in these columns.
Yes. So what do we know? Orange has to pick up an 8 in column 8.
That's true. Yeah.
And we've done all the 4, 5s in green. So I mean, we know that 7, 7 has to equal 2, 8.
7, 7. 7, 7 has to equal 2, 8. 7, 7 has to be. Oh, I see. Yes. I quite like your 7, 7. 2, 8. It removes all superfluous saying of rows and columns.
So also we know that that 3, 7 has to be in 1, 6, and it also has to go on the arrow in the bottom right, and it also has to go in row 2 and 2, 4 or 2, 5. But So
Yes, that's an interesting point. You're colouring in a way, aren't you? You're saying that this is E and E is here, if
yeah,
I understand correctly, and then you're saying
yeah.
that's E.
Mm-hmm. And now it has to go on the 6 sum.
Yeah,
In
true.
the yeah.
Very nice.
So, I am wondering because I mean, okay, we've already put in 7 green cells. So, if you make green 5, green has to go up.
At least one, yes.
It has to go up. It has to go up both.
Does it have to go both? Okay.
Yeah, because if it went up and to the right, you would carve out this cell in 8-8 that wouldn't have a home.
But can't it go? Hang on, let me just count that. So if it goes here,
Yeah.
yeah, then it's finished. I see. Yes. Okay. So if this is 5, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so if it's
That's
5,
impossible. That's impossible. Orange can't get here.
it's 5. Oh, of course, that has to be a
Yeah.
6. Yeah, purple can't go over. So that is a 4.
That is a 4.
Well, that's very nice. Well, I think we know how to sum to 4.
Yeah. And also, it must come this way because, again, I mean, actually, perhaps this was an easier point: is that this square could never be orange,
Yep.
and it can't be purple, so it was always green.
Very nice.
So this is 1, 3,
And that is going to
and that's
resolve
lots
all of our things,
Yeah.
all of our sums.
So this is now 5, and I will miss. Okay, so E was down here, wasn't it? So that's become 1, 5.
Okay.
Hang on.
So where does a 6 go in green?
Where does 6 go in green?
I think there's only one choice. So 8, 8. Oh, sorry. Other green. Yeah, I guess.
I was like, whoa!
You know,
this is some high level stuff there.
I mean, they're both green, and actually 6 is kind of interesting for both of them. But
okay, so it goes there. Nice.
All right. So
this square might be a bit interesting. What have we got? 2, 4, 6.
Yep. And the 7 sum is probably going to become interesting at some point. It's got to be 3, 4, 1, 6. So how do you fit 7, 8, 9 in row 3?
Yeah, that's a very, very good question. So this is 8 or 9. Okay.
Okay, so orange has to come down at least one more cell. Because
orange over here. Oh yes, sorry. Let's outline this boundary here.
Yeah. So an orange needs to take an 8 in column 8. Orange needs to find a home for 8. Needs to find an 8 in column 8, needs to find a 1 in column 7. Okay.
Oh, I nearly had a good idea.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know.
Here's an interesting-ish thought.
Okay.
If that arrow doesn't have 1, 2, or 3 on it, this has to be 9, doesn't it? And this has to be 4, 5. And if it does have a 1, 2, or 3 on it, green has to go down the column.
That's very nice. That's a very nice spot. So green has to go down the column.
Well, but could this be?
No, it can't. How does that C9 cells? It's 5-3 can't see 9 cells now.
5-3 can't see 9 cells. Oh, good point. Yes, I forgot it was a circle. Oh, yes. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. Okay. So green does come down here.
Yep. Yep.
1, 2, 3. How far down it comes, I'm not sure.
So it's got to go one more.
Yeah. If it goes there, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 at least.
Yeah, let's see. So it would make that 7, 8. Okay. Well, it couldn't be a 7 actually, because how do you put a 7 in row 3? If that's a 7. So if green went down one more, it would have to be an 8. Because just to clarify, if that were a 7, then you'd have to put a 7 in 8 too. And then there's no place to put a 7 in row 3.
Yeah.
So if green comes down, it has to be an 8.
And then it doesn't count. The count's wrong, isn't it? Or am I missing something?
Well,
because it's only seeing 7 in the column.
Yeah, so it would have to see one more either down or to the right. I mean, it doesn't
then
instantly break.
No, okay, yes, maybe.
I mean, feels like it should break, but it doesn't instantly break, does it? Okay, maybe we should color in the arrow region. Sorry. Yep.
Oh yes, good point. Yes, that's got to be a new. Now, color-wise, what should we go for? Maybe I'll go for purple again.
Sure.
Oh.
So.
Well, no, it's got to go here. Because
purple has to escape and green has to come down. So it is an 8.
Yeah. So it is an 8.
And now we know where an 8 is in row 3.
Okay.
Good old Sudoku.
Yeah.
So we also know what color 3-2 is, because green's filled up.
Yes, so that's got to be purple now.
Yeah, and you still need 2-2 has to go into green. Or sorry, into column 1.
Yeah. Let's do some hiving off.
Okay, and now I'm also wondering about this sum on purple.
Because this here is...
Yeah, because, I mean, the circle it's attached to can't be bigger than 7. Mm-hmm. In fact, it can't be 7, it sees 7. So, I mean... it sees 3, so it can only be 4, 5, 6. So actually, wait a second. It's 4, 5, 6. So it has to come down. Yes.
That's
so
nice,
it comes down.
Very nice. Oh,
now,
I better be careful.
Now we know what's...
Yeah.
We know what's going on with purple and green now.
Yeah.
And now... back to what you spotted about 2-2 going in column 1.
And...
So... wondering if that cell in 5-3 could be a 6, because that looks like it's going to cause issues. Because if it is a 6...
How many actual regions have we got at the moment?
Well, that's a good question.
6.
1, 2, 3,
7,
4. So there's
8.
3 on the right-hand side.
Possibly 9 if yellow isn't black.
Yeah. So, I mean, one thing is if 5-3 is a 6, it's going to be very restrictive.
Yeah.
Because it's going to have to come down quite a bit, but purple needs to escape. So purple needs to get out. So it's also going to have to take over the cell in 5-5, which is going to cut off yellow, so it would have to be yellow. So, like, basically what I'm saying is if 5-3 is a 6, then it's going to be yellow. So yellow is going to be a 3-4, and it's also going to take over the circle to the right in 5-5. So that's going to become a 2. Just wondering if that's a problem. Oh yeah, of course it's a problem, because now that's too many yellow black cells in that region.
Yes.
So I can go through that again if
Let's
did
do
that
it.
make sense?
Yes, it does. It does. But let's do it slowly. So what we're saying is, if this is a 6,
Yeah.
it's got to take this square. These squares have got to be.
Yeah, don't worry about the sum. Just worry about what the 6 sees, because the important thing is the 6 can't go all the way down. It can't, that region to that 6, it can't cut all the way down.
So it goes here, and then this.
Yeah.
Well, this is horrible now, isn't it? So now we've got 8 cells, but we've got to award this a number, which is
don't even worry about the number. I think one way to see it is there's going to be 4 cells up above, right? There's that 2x2 cell, and then there's the 6 cells at 6C. So that's going to be 10 cells in the region.
Yes, nice. So it's going to have to come down a little bit, and that's going to be too big. Very good. So this is not 6, which means these are not 5.
Yeah. Because, I mean, obviously, if it is 4, then column 2 is very restricted. So, so
this being 2 feels difficult to me.
Oh yes, that's also shows the number of cells it sees. Yeah, 2 feels very difficult. I'm with you on that one.
It would have to go down in a very strange manner. And in fact, what would it? Yeah, this doesn't work. There's too many regions in the puzzle. Because what's this square's region? Nothing could reach. I mean, I don't know if that's clear what I'm saying there, but I'm saying if this is 2.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think it has to come down.
Yeah, and I see what you're saying about 7-5 being cut off from the other regions.
And then this has to be in a region, but this has to grow. This has to come down and be part of this region, and that region can't loop round and get here. And we've got so many regions now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if these 2 circles could be different regions.
These
or
two.
I'm just wondering if we know anything about the circles being in the same or different regions, because it's very restricted. I mean, if they're in the same regions, right, they have to take up that 2x2 area up above as well.
Yeah.
Which we know has either a 4 or a 6 in it to make the sum work. So orange would have to be a 5, or sorry, black would have to be a 5 in 5-3.
Yeah, so it would have to be there, wouldn't it? 6. So that would be the region. And that doesn't. Oh no, this doesn't have a number that's compatible with how many it sees. It sees.
How do you make that? How do you make that a 6? Because if it goes down,
if the region's too big, I think.
Then yeah. So these aren't together. And if they're not together, then purple...
This has to come down.
Yeah, exactly. It has to come down.
6. And now... hang on. So these aren't together. So that's the final 2 regions established, isn't it? I mean, it might be yellow is black, but it might be yellow is here. But either way, these are in different regions, and that's all 9 regions.
Yeah, so
this digit must be purple. I'm saying that slightly glibly, but that might be wrong, actually.
No. That
must be right.
That's definitely right.
Yeah.
But also, like, that arrow, the final arrow we haven't looked at.
This one here. Oh, yes, they have to be the same, don't they? Yeah.
They have to be the same. And what region is 5, 5 in?
That's this one, isn't it?
Yeah, with relation to that arrow that we just highlighted. So I'm going to argue that's the same region.
Yes, okay, so if it wasn't, but given it's not in this region, there's no way you can make a region that's just there, so you're right. So these are all the same. I'm tempted to get rid of yellow here and make these yellow, actually. I think that might make it easier to see.
Yeah, I think that is going to be helpful. I mean, so
this square is... actually, it could be, couldn't it? 3.
So,
If 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, it could be. If this, I suspect, I'm now thinking I quite like that shape.
Yeah,
with this being a 4.
How
6.
do you...
Actually, no.
So, like,
that's wrong. This can't... I don't think this can be 4.
Yeah, so if it's 4, like, I'm just wondering, because if that black cell doesn't take the doesn't take 8-3, then it has to take everything else.
Yeah,
right?
and this has the wrong count, I think. I'm not sure, but should we have a look at that?
Yeah, definitely. It has to take everything else, and then that 4, 6 would have to be a 4, but you're going to have a problem down at the bottom of the grid.
Yeah. Well, the count of this is 4, isn't it? It's... because it sees 4.
Well,
yeah.
it's 2 4s also, I suppose, cannot be in the same row. That's another nice nice way of doing it.
So I think that is, and now this has to be purple, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and now how do you put a 6 into purple?
Lovely. Like that.
Now, what can 8-3 be? I mean, it has to be... These have to be a 4-5 pair. They both see at least 4, and they can't see... They see a 6 in the row, or the column.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So...
Yeah, so this must get out. That we haven't got enough space. If this is a 5, you can't get enough. This can't be 5. I mean, let me.
Is it clear that it can't be 5? Because it looks to me that it's like, because that could come up like could go go 1 over and then go up and take the arrow, and then the 5-5 could be a 6 and take everything else. Oh wait,
no,
sorry, it can't. The 4 can't go over because it only sees 4.
Yeah.
Aha.
So I think this one is the 5. That one's the 4. Oh, whoopsie! Sorry.
So feel like we're getting there.
Yeah, it might be about to give up its secrets.
Yep, because now that that's a 4, what do we know about the colors at the bottom of the grid? Sorry to clarify, now that 8-3 is a 4, then yellow has to come color the bottom of the grid.
Yeah, I think we're in this land. And
I think that there's a black and yellow that you might have swapped.
Oh, really?
Because so it's 4-5 and 6-4. I think you swapped the colors. So no, you totally had it. You totally had it.
Okay.
So
this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's the one.
So black has to come up and take the arrow, but it doesn't have to take that one.
Yeah, that's a good point. So this, okay.
Yeah. So
this is definitely yellow.
That's definitely yellow, and now
yellow. This has to be 6. Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, you spotted it.
Nope. No,
my deliberate error.
All good. Hey, no, this is great. So I think we know how to sum to 4. Also.
Yeah, we can do that.
And we know the 7 sum now.
Yeah, this is 1, 6.
I think we are about to put a lot of digits into the grid.
2, 1, 4, 6, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a 3. And
yep, and we can put a 1 into A.
oops, 1 into A.
Yep.
Is
And
this one's 1? You're saying?
Yep.
Let me. Oh yes.
That's what I'm arguing.
That. Yeah, that's good. I agree.
Yeah, and now we know the 5 sum.
We do.
I think we cracked it. This feels like a cracked puzzle.
Lovely. Yeah, lovely. Because you're saying you've seen this, haven't you? Is that how you've done the 5 sum?
Well, I'm just looking at 2-2. 2-2 is a 2-3.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So,
I was looking. Oh whoa. What's that? Oh my goodness. What's that? I don't know what that is. Close. That's a weird thing that just popped up. Oh, is that something to do with Zoom? It allows me to draw pictures or something over the puzzle or something.
I don't know. It didn't pop up for me.
Oh golly, yeah, that was very scary. Right, so this is 1, 4, and we know this is 6, don't we?
Yep, and we know that
So
that 4
1,
sum.
1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 5.
Just to also throw it out there, like I don't think we're gonna need this. I think the puzzle's about to fall like completely apart. But I can't help but look at the cell 9-2 and just observe that it can't be a 2-3 because the puzzle couldn't have a unique solution. So like you actually can just rule out a 2-3 from that cell.
You're right.
I mean,
but we won't do that. But I do see it.
We won't do it, but like I have to say, I'm a complete abuser of uniqueness. It is like one of my favorite things to do.
Really?
Yeah. There's so many cool pieces of logic with uniqueness that don't get taken advantage of.
This digit is 2 or 9.
Yeah, we can place an 8 in
This is
column
5,
3.
isn't it? Isn't that 5? Law of leftovers on this. I might be wrong about that. So the way I'm seeing it is that this digit has to appear in one of those 3 squares. So it's not 5 or 8, so it's this one. So this one has to be that one, and it can't be 8. So I think. Nice.
And yeah, you can place an 8 in 6-3 also.
6-3. That's that one, isn't it? 8.
Yeah.
How many? I feel like we've put a lot of 8s in the puzzle. Can we do them all?
Yes, we can, because we need to put an 8 into yellow, and there's only one cell left for 8 to go into yellow.
Lovely.
8 needs to go into 5-4.
And then that was now, orange, wasn't it? We knew we needed.
Exactly. Orange needed to find its 8 friend.
Yeah.
So
2, 3.
Orange also needs to find a 1 friend, and there's only one place to put a 1 now in column 7.
Oops. Only put one place for a 1 in column 7. Yes, very nice.
So, and that's our orange friend. And now purple needs to fill out those other 2 cells. So we have the regions.
A region division achieved. That's a 9 then, is it? So that's a 2.
And we can look at the innie outies. 7 in row or column 8 has to go into 6-8.
Mm-hmm. That should be a doable digit. That's got to be a 2, doesn't it?
Yep. And now the puzzle's just falling apart. So
I'll let you do this. You're a much better singer than me.
Oh, nah. We'll enjoy the confetti.
4, 9. So 4, 9, 7, 9.
This is always the fun part. Just kind of put them all in.
2, 5. Oops.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, isn't it? So we can do it.
Let me know.
6. 5, 5, 4, 5, 2. Oh, made a mistake. Got too many 5s in this row.
Where did that happen? Don't think there's a 5 in 7, 5.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
that's definitely wrong. Yeah,
that seems to be a suspicious.
Yeah, there's far too many. So what did I do? Oh, I know. I think I just didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't think you need to back up really. You're doing great. So yeah, that digit should be a 7 instead of a 5.
Okay.
Then yeah, you can resolve column 3.
Yeah. 2, 9. What do we need there? 3, 7, 9. Feels like 7's done.
Yep, you can place the 9. Now you can resolve column 2 as well.
2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This is very satisfying.
3, 9. Could be correct, couldn't it? See any problems?
Let's see what.
Looks all right, I think.
That looks correct.
All right, let's give it a go. Yay! Well done, you, Kurt.
No, really,
your Sudoku skills. That's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Hey, honestly, the pleasure is mine. It was a joy to do a puzzle with you, Simon. I mean, like, I'm glad we picked a 5-star difficulty. I think it would have not been as much fun if we picked something else. So
good grief, what an absolute treat that is. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say. Black Doom, that is a great puzzle. There's some beautiful logic in it. Really varied as well. Just, the sort of counting arrows. It feels like quite a natural rule, doesn't it? Just to put the circles in different cells to the arrows and then have them doing sort of cave counting.
Yeah, it was a really nice combination.
Yeah.
I feel like seen some of these like circles that are cave counting before. I don't know if it was ever with arrows though. Yeah. And honestly, I think the puzzle flowed really well.
Yeah,
it felt like we never really were too stuck. Like everything kind of felt really smooth, and I think it was very clear how to start the puzzle.
Yeah.
Which is it's always nice when like if it's a harder puzzle, but you kind of like get your foot in the door. You don't have to like work out this super complicated break-in to, get going on the puzzle. Yeah, it all flowed really well.
Yeah, lovely. Well, let us know in the comments how you got on. We enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And thank you again, Kurt, for doing me this great pleasure. It is such a treat to meet you at last and to solve a puzzle with you. So thank you.
It was great solving with you. Yeah, no, this was a blast. Thank you so much for asking me. Thank you for having me. Really my treat.
No, you're welcome anytime. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.